Welcome to the Authentikos podcast, the show that covers everything related to delivering digital transformation in large organizations. Your hosts, Jacob and Jesper, will share their own stories and unfiltered views as they guide you through delivery of digital transformation.
Okay.
So we're finally doing it, Jacob.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Sitting in Athens, in Greece.
Yeah. Right here in my apartment.
We met like 5 years ago in Copenhagen, and I think, or I don't think, but actually from one of the first meetings we had, we discussed doing a podcast series.
We did, yeah, because we had so many subjects that we kind of connected over, talked about. And we thought it would be really, really interesting to obviously share it with a wider audience. So here we are now, and we're ready to launch the podcast, and we're just jumping into it.
Yeah.
And I like our approach, which is going to be just our authentic self, having these talks that we have anyway, whenever we're having a lunch and coffee, Yeah, it's kind of a weird thing now. 5 years after we talked about it for the first time, and now we're finally doing it.
We bought the equipment. We got the whole setup done. Yeah. It took a while for us to do it, but these podcasts aren't uncandid. They're 100% authentic.
Exactly.
So there's no special interests or things we cannot say or we won't say. Exactly. Of course, we'll keep them confidential, but hopefully you as a listener and viewer will find them interesting.
Yeah, and I think obviously, through various circumstances, both of us ended up in Greece after the 5 years, and I think that's also really what's making this possible now, that we can sit here and do the recordings. Alongside some of the other projects that we're working on, which I'm sure we'll touch on in some of the following episodes. But the theme really for our conversations, privately and on camera, is always digital transformation, our experiences, what's going good and bad, whenever we talk about a particular subject.
And just to go deeper into that, you have a slightly more technical background than I have. I've been through the more, the management consulting, doing many global implementations of ERP. Yeah. So you can say that we fit very good together in terms that we cover.
We do, yeah. Because you started out military-wise, right?
Yeah, I started up in the military. I was a sergeant in the Royal Danish Army when I was 2 years. And learned a lot about,
people management,
leadership. Yeah. How do you make a group of people perform under the difficult circumstances? Yeah. And actually, I took that a lot of that knowledge with me and put that into all of the projects that I've been leading.
Which is very, very, it's very applicable to kind of the big transformation projects or programs that both you and I are typically working on.
Yeah, because you can say there's a lot of things that similarities that people work on high stress. You have to make decisions. There's a lot of pace which actually you can bridge or you can bring forward from both those sides.
So I'm looking forward to just learning more about your experience. Obviously I already know a lot about it, but just through this series, really just getting to know you better, and all of the freaky, wonderful stories that you have to share.
I know both of us, not only myself, but I know both of us have had the experience of just to mention one of them, were locked into a toilet once.
Yeah.
And we both had that experience and how we had to deal with that. So this podcast series, which we're launching, is going to be both in terms of, it's going to be for both, technical people, business people, people with all kinds of circumstances. But we promise we will share not only our professional side, but we'll also share some of the funny moments we had.
We will, yeah. So, the podcast is obviously called Authentikos because we are sharing our unfiltered views and experiences while we're in Greece. Hence the name.
Yeah.
I really think that's it. Let's just jump into it, and it's just a case of us also, going on a bit of a learning journey while we do this podcast series. So I'm looking forward to seeing whatever feedback we get, so we can make small corrections here and there.
There'll be adjustments. So that's part of the transformation. That's part of the transformation. But now we're here. Now we're launching it. So
absolutely.
Welcome to the show.
And that also means we're not overproducing anything. It's just like whenever you and I are having a conversation.
Yes.
Let's do it. And welcome to Authentikos.
Welcome to.